what are some other tips to give where people can increase their testosterone naturally?
Let's go back to one of my most important ones, which is sleep. I work with a lot of men. I have a men's health program. It's on my website. You can read about it at michaelturnermd.com. There's a whole section about men's health. But besides the men's health that I do, I work with, women, people of all ages and problems on rehabilitating them. I work with a lot with fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue. And the reason I mention all that is a common denominator for all that is when I talk about getting people healthy, when I use the metaphor of a garden and talk about wellness, I always start with sleep. It is profound in its effects, including on the hormonal system, right? So, for example, the simple concept is the longer you are asleep, the higher your testosterone will be the next morning. This is a proven fact. Your testosterone is typically highest first thing in the morning. The longer your night of sleep, the higher that level is. They've shown this in a lot of different ways. But for example, they had one study I was reading where men who slept on average about 8 hours compared men who slept 5 hours. You look at the difference in their morning testosterone, it was double. All right, Shawn, it was double. The guys who were getting 8 hours of sleep had double that morning testosterone of the guys who were getting 5 hours. Simple enough. The longer you are sleeping, the higher your testosterone is. And then it tends to drop off as you go through the day, right? You're exercising, you're doing a lot of different things. Your level kind of slowly depletes and then it replenishes overnight. So it's one of those important parts of replenishment and rejuvenation involved with a good night's sleep. So I think this is a big place to start for a lot of people. Most people aren't getting high quality sleep, right? They're getting up at 3, 4 in the morning or something because their job, or they're working shift work, right? Or they're getting up 2 or 3 times a night to use the restroom, or the dog's in bed with them and they're subconsciously getting kicked by the dog and moving around all the time. Or they've got sleep apnea that's undiagnosed and they're really not getting good respiration at night. Or they're using a CPAP machine, which is still making a lot of noise and you're still not sleeping restfully under those circumstances, right? Like there's a million reasons why, but most people are not getting the high quality sleep that they need to. And if they could just solve that problem, that alone would cause an uptick in their testosterone.